Hello everyone, this is Johannes.
And this is Sunniva.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we are taking a look at Railway Boom!
Boom! We are taking a look at Railway Boom. This is a new game. It's coming out at Spiel. And we're going to talk to you all about it. It's sent from this publisher, so thank you so much for that. If you are going to Spiel, we're going to be there. We're going to be there all day. Some people thought we're only going to be there Saturday and Sunday because those are the days we're at the booth. But we're going to be there from Wednesday to Monday. So if you see us wandering around Essen or Spiel, please give us a secret sign.
Yes,
say
please.
Hi. We would love to say hello. But if you want to make sure to find us, we will be easier to find when we are at the booth, which is the Alliance Chili Fox and a Porta booth area. We're going to be there from Saturday 10 to 2 and Sunday 1 to 5. With that out of the way, subscribe because it's free and it helps us in more ways than you think in our life. And now, Railway Boom. I'm going to give you a brief overview and then we're going to talk to you about this one because that's how the videos usually are. If you're new here, that's what we do. We talk about games. This is a train game. This is an auction game. This is a game where you will make routes. This is a game where you will try to be the best there ever was at route building. And I'm going to take you through a round that lets you know how basically the game works. There's 4 rounds in the game. Every round is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different phases. And it's going to work like this. In the beginning of each round, you're going to start by auctioning or doing an auction basically of who is going to be first getting train locomotives and train cars for their train engines that they can run and get resources and victory points and stuff like that. Basically, I want to say first, this game has multiple auctions. There's going to be 4 auctions each round. Every auction is for being like the turn order of that single phase. And you're going to pay with the resource that you're also using in that phase. So if you pay too much, you're going to not have enough for the other stuff you want to do. So I'm not going to go into like what you pay for each, but basically it's a different resource for each auction. So you're going to auction, you're going to get new stuff for your cars. Then you are going to auction for new areas that you can start building in. So let's say, for example, I win this one. I will place there, I will get some up on my income, and I now have 6 points to do my train building. So I can build a train here for 2, I can build a train here for 3, which will give me one of those income wagons. I only have 1 left, but I can still do this if I continue paying money for the rails that I want to build. After that, we are going to get some new technology cars. There's going to be a Rosa technology. Again, you're bidding to being first or second, whatever you want to do. And I will get a row. I will get the cheapest card for free, and I will have to pay for the other ones if I want to buy them. They're going to give instant abilities. They're going to give once around. They're going to give passive abilities. Then we are going to get income. Depending on our income tracks over here, you will get the resource and also the victory points. Then you're going to run your trains. You can take a locomotive and you can place how many cars you want behind it, and you will pay the coal cost of each car in a row, getting the resources and points as you go. And depending on these income wagons that you have on these different cars or different locomotives and cars, you can get some extra. For example, this one says for every 2 technology wagons, you will get another technology resource. After that is the last auction of the round where you're going to auction off who is going to score most points for these different end of game contracts. And every round is going to be a different resource that you have to bid for there. But you know which it is from the beginning. So in the beginning of the game, I can think, oh, I'm going for this. So I'm going to make sure I have enough wood there so I can make sure to win that one. And that's basically the game. You're going to do that 4 times. At the end of the game, you're going to score points for these. You're going to have scored a lot of your points during the game. You're going to score points for your longest route. And also during the game, you can also score these routes from one area to the other, like a ticket to ride. And that's basically what you're doing in this game. Let's talk about it.
It's if you haven't noticed yet, a pretty different train game, I would say. It doesn't feel like, well, it has trains, but it hasn't got that pickup and delivery stuff that I usually, or like shares that I usually associate with
a lot of
train
the
games.
Smaller train games, the cube rails, feel kind of similar, like not similar to this, but also are like a genre.
Oh, yes.
Then you have 18XX and you have Age of Steam. This I feel like is a train game, but on its own.
Yeah, I agree. And I would say that you need to like auctions to like this game because there's how many % of the game do you think is auctions? Like 90? There's a lot of auctions.
There's 16 auctions in the game, but do you like auctions usually?
No, I don't.
Do you like this game?
I do.
Yes. So you don't really have to love auctions. And this is like, and I think one of the reasons you like it as well, I'm guessing, it's not like you win or lose.
Yeah.
You can always, let's say I didn't go into the bidding. Basically, let's say I bid 4, and then it's the blue player
the
first.
blue
Let's say I
player
play
first.
bid 4, then white can bid whatever as long as it's higher than their last bid. So they continue bidding, and now it's white again. Let's say white, I'm going to go all the way up to 7, and now they stop. And now if you only pay, depending on number of players, you will pay. So in a 3-player game, the first player pay everything, like 7. The second player will pay 3, and then the third player will pay nothing.
Yes.
So you can mix and do like some tricksy stuff there as well. But this auction is pretty nice, I would say. It didn't feel like in the games we had, we're not professional gamers of this game, but we played it a few times, and I never felt like there was like a huge bidding war.
I agree. We usually ended up of the highest bid of 5 or 6 most of the time, or lower. So it wasn't like these crazy bids that sometimes you kind of see that in auction games.
But basically it's because we didn't have enough resources, because if there was never a thing that I was never going to be like, I play everything I have, but then I don't have any money to do the bonus stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like there was sometimes like it was very important for me to win, especially I feel like the locations.
Yeah.
That was like the thing I felt was the most important one. Sometimes the cars, because, and I enjoy this,
Yeah.
that in this game, in some games I would hate this, but in this game it makes sense. There are cards that do exactly the same, exactly the same, but one is just, so here it costs like how much it costs to run the car, so 5 coal. So let's say you have another card that says it has space for 5 of these, but it costs 2 coal to run.
Yeah, or the example that I just set up, that is better to run, but it costs less coal.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
6 spaces and costs 2. So that's just, it's better.
It's better.
Which makes the game interesting, because if everything was super duper balanced, you'd be like, I don't care which card I get.
Yes, and I think that's important to make the auction tense.
Mm-hmm.
And I many rounds I felt like, okay, I really don't want to be lost
Mm-hmm.
this round. I really want to be. It's not that important to be like first, but I want to be first or second, for example. And what I do enjoy about the auctions in this game is that you get something. No matter if you lose, because I don't like that so much about auctions. I just don't get the first pick. So if I pass first, I get to be lost in turn order, but I will always get a locomotive. I will always get one of these so I can actually expand my route. I will always get one of these rows. It might not be a very useful row, but I will get something. And if I don't spend any resources getting it, I will be in a better position to get what I want next turn, because I don't spend any resources.
So sometimes it's better just not to spend the resources. There is, even though it's said like there's not like huge bidding wars, there is that tension of, oh, you jumped ahead of me. Let's say I'm the blue player here. It's like, is it really worth it to go from 0 basically to 8? And most of the time it isn't, but let's say we are like in this position, like from 2 to 6. That might be in a position where I feel like, okay, really, I want to do that. And depending on, you can have like 20 resources of a type. We didn't see that too often, but there is like strategy where you get like a lot of one resource, and you can then like jump over and do like some big stuff to be able to do to bigger bids, basically.
Yeah, I like all the phases of the game. They seem like they fit well together, but I agree with you that the most like maybe exciting thing to do between the bids was placing, like making the route on the map, because I thought that was multiple things that mattered in my decision on which card I would want to have. It's both the location, because I would preferably want something that would tie my route together, so I will score for it at the end of the game. Maybe I will go for some of these routes if there's a possibility to do so, but also the number of actions, like training
like
points
this
you
is 11
have.
and this is 11, this is 6.
Yes, for example, so we have had a, for example, if those two were in the same round, it might be a pretty easy choice.
Even though one is 6 and one is 12, so you have like way more stuff to do with one of them.
But sometimes, let's say that let's say that I really wanted to build here. You're the blue player.
Yeah.
This is 6 points. This is not exactly where I wanted to build, but it's 12 points. And if I get to connect to my route, I can try to connect later. So I think that's a very interesting part of the game as well.
There's a couple of more things that are pretty unique. I would say 3 things that are pretty unique. And one of them I really like is these contracts, basically final scorings. I really enjoy to see them from the beginning. So last time we played, I was like, okay, this last one, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And I know which resources. I'm just going to make sure I have the most of that at the end, and I'm going to win that auction. And of course, you can't know that you will, but you will work and you will see if the others are trying to do the same thing. And I really enjoyed that. That is a good thing.
Yes.
2 other things that is pretty unique from this game are these cards and these cards. The technology cards are pretty cool. You can get some instant abilities that are pretty powerful, but also the ongoing abilities.
Yeah, I agree. It's a way to get more points. For example, you can pay a resource to get points, or you can points when you place on certain terrain types on the map, or you can get like to place a free train. That felt pretty powerful a lot of times. And also there's ways to get more like action points in general.
Points.
Those are pretty like rare, but those felt really cool to get.
Another thing, this is kind of shaping your strategy, like part of your strategy. There's many different ways to get points, like these, connecting these. We're going to talk a bit about these soon. But these are like, there's some pretty cool combos to find here. Like this one is simple. You pay 2 coal every round and you get 5 points. But maybe you don't have enough coal and you're going to have to choose to do other things. But I really enjoy these where you like build up these wagons of different resources. So I get more of different things. Maybe I have one where I get, this one basically says for every one of these you get 1. So it's doubling the amount of wood you get on this one. And then next round I can move it. So if I get like a better one, let's say I get 4 wood and I can put them over here. I can place this over there and I can do that.
I didn't know remember if you mentioned that those wagons are
these
you
resources,
have to place it permanent.
No, I didn't say that.
Which also is kind of interesting because you really want, for example, let's say you get this first round.
Yeah.
Think, oh, I can build double right now, but if you place that on a better locomotive later, you can get so much more for it.
Yeah, but this one you can move around. It's just this one you can't move around.
Yes.
But like this one, if you didn't get another one of that. Couple of things or one thing I don't like, which is like my main negative of the game, and one thing I think you should know, and that is a negative for the first time or times that you play. I feel like these, the root cards, the game would have been as good without them.
Yeah.
Some people might disagree because it gives another reason to win these cards.
Yes.
It might have just been me. So this is like a very pure Johannes opinion. I kind of was like, they were there.
I think I needed to adjust my expectations for them because I looked at them and I was thinking the first game, oh, these kind of overlap. Let's try to do them both. Or maybe I can do 3 if I'm like super focused on that. If I do 1, I'm super happy with myself. And also, if you're not first, it's really not that many points.
Nope.
So I don't think that you should work your butt off to get them. But if they're conveniently in your way, I might do a little like sidestep to do it to get those extra points and then focus on what I was doing in the first place.
I feel like it is, I think, like another reason for wanting a specific location, which most of the time I felt like I wanted to put my things together to score points. But of course, getting 13 points is a lot of points in the game. So I think they have a place, but they're not my favorite part of the game. Another thing, and this is kind of like it's working into who's this going to be for. This is not a game you play once. Even though this looks smooth, the first time you play, especially if you are like, I always are like the game master when we play games.
The organizer.
Yeah, because I'm going to call it game master. Like I'm the one that makes sure we play by the rules.
Yes.
That check like, oh, this is this phase. Now we go into this phase.
Yes.
Now we do this. And this game kind of has like a start and stop because of the auctions. It's like you do, oh, now we have an auction. Then we get some cards. Then we put out some cards. We put these out. Then we have an auction. Then we put out some more cards. And then we have an auction. Then we get the cards. Then we get income. And then we run this. Then we do another auction and do this. So after the first time you play, it's going to be a bit of a mental load for the player or players who have that like kind of a job in your group. But I feel like from the second time we played, it was easier. And it wasn't like a hassle. I know when we do this, I can get these cards ready. When if I'm not lost, somebody's doing their last turn, I can draw the cards, get them ready, do. We have that out. But it is like, it's not a game where you just go around the table and do an action. It's
No.
very like, now we
Yes.
do this thing, now we do this thing, now we do this thing. So the first time it might feel a bit choppy. So you already kind of started to say who's going to like this game
Yeah.
by saying you have to like auctions to like this game.
Well, you don't.
I think you do. Like if you hate bidding, it's not really auctions. It's more of
yeah.
bidding.
Yes, and I enjoy the way that it is done in this game. But I
Yes.
think you if you really hate auctions, you might not like it. I would just going to add that the order of the auctions is aligned with the order of the resources here. So I found that really helpful for remembering which phase it is.
These
because-
three are the
yes.
auctions, and this is the one you use in
So
the
you
running.
always go like this on your player board, like from the top to bottom.
If you didn't do that, it would be stupid.
Yes,
But
I
this
agree.
is a great way
it
of
was
doing it.
smart. Okay, but who is
Who's
this
it gonna be
game
for?
for?
Yeah.
If you like or want to explore a little kind of different kind of train games, this doesn't feel like the classical train game, but it is absolutely making routes on a map, and auctions feel like a logical part of the train game as well.
This didn't have to be a train game.
No.
Like it some cube barrels didn't have to be like, but this is the most trainy thing you do. Like this could be building like Kingdom Builder, like the
yeah.
old game. They're like you building routes in a kingdom.
be
It
a
could have been these kind of
game.
things. So it's not like a heavy thematic train game. We don't look at the theme. So maybe for somebody it's very thematic, but I don't feel like if you are train averse, like you don't look to train games, I think you still might like this. If you are more into a Euro game, it is a Euro game.
Yeah.
Like it isn't like train games is a genre.
Yeah.
This feels more like a Euro game with
With
a
a
train
train theme,
theme.
yeah.
So when we say train game, I think 18xx, I think cube rails, I think like crane rails, something like that. This is a Euro game with a train theme.
If you like resource management, I think that is a pretty cool element in this
Yeah.
game because it matters a lot of the time. I love, for example, in the Freedom
that
of Free
one.
Say game, the
Which one?
Power Grid.
Yes, the power grid.
Yes, the Power Grid. Because I can sit there and be like, oh, I really want that power plant. I can bid this much because this I need for the actual things that I'm going to run my power plant with. I feel like that when I sit and look
Okay.
how much I can bid in this game too.
So, final thoughts. Do you want to do them?
Yeah.
Yes.
I really enjoyed this game. It came as quite a surprise to me because when I hear train game, I go meh.
You heard
When
train and auctions.
Yeah, and just like no, thank you.
Bye bye.
But it hasn't got shares, so I'm very happy about that. I have very much fun when I play this game for all the reasons we mentioned. I like the auction mechanism. I like trying to build my train the most efficient way possible, trying to see, okay, where am I going to go next? If I like save another extra tree money, I can build here also and get that cool bonus from that tile, or I can merge my groups together to get more points. But I really want to get this also because this feels like a cool side thing, but they feel really important as well.
And you will get them because it's a part of the game.
Yes, but I really want that particular row and not the other ones.
That's true.
And sometimes it's hard to choose as well. There's so many interesting choices in this game, and I really, really do enjoy it. I'm going to give this an 8.
And that is very high for a game with trains
Yeah,
from
it
Sunniva.
might be my favorite train game.
More than 8 of Steam? Dun dun
Dun,
dun.
dun, dun.
Railway Boom is really good. If you enjoy bidding and you enjoy trains, I think you should just get it. I think that this does a lot of interesting new things, a lot of things that I haven't seen before. It is, as I said, a little bit choppy the first time you play it, but after that it's gonna feel like pretty smooth. I enjoyed it. I would have loved it, and this might be just our group, or maybe like if we had played it even more and gotten better at it, you would have more bidding wars. I would have like it goes up to 20. I would have liked to see more like this and more like this than we did in our place. And if you have played it, let us know how much you bid when you do this. Like I don't get that auction feeling of 24, 26, 27, 28. It doesn't go up to that, but like that kind of feeling that I love in auction games. This is more like, okay, is that worth it for me to go there and do that before I go so I can be first? And I enjoy that throughout the game. Things get more and less interesting, or more or less like important to your strategy and to the things that you are doing. And I like that. I enjoy everything about this game. I think that it is a really solid entry to this year's Euro Games. I'm going to land on an 8 as well. A great game. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you at Spiel. Give us the secret sign if you see us there. And that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Cinema.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.